My feeling is that you're putting yourself on a list by saying yes. Yes, correct. And if we ever run into a situation where the government's going to start looking for some Bitcoin and they're going to start confiscating Bitcoin, they're always going to go for the lowest hanging fruit. And that lowest hanging fruit is going to be the people who have disclosed that voluntarily to the government. Or if you have KYC, that'll be the next one. So you should be thinking about this stuff as we go forward here. You should be trying to get as much KYC, non-KYC Bitcoin as possible. And there are ways to do that, even if you're not in Canada. Canada is the easiest, bull Bitcoin. I mean, that's easier than buying it with an e-transfer, honestly. It is the easiest way and the best way to buy Bitcoin if you're in Canada. But if you're not, there's other ways to buy non-KYC Bitcoin. There's BISC, there's HODL HODL, there is RoboSats. And one thing you could do is that as this bull run's going up, as the price is going up, there's going to be more and more people buying Bitcoin from your network, your friends, your family. One thing you could do is just sell it to them. Sell them some Bitcoin. If you got somebody who's just getting into Bitcoin and you want to get them off on the right path, you could just sell them some of your Bitcoin. Or, start building networks in your community. And one thing that I do want to do here as this channel evolves is I do want to start building a community of Bitcoiners here in Canada and the US, but specifically in Canada here, because there is many different things that we'll be able to do together in the future, depending on how the system plays out. But I think the better of a network you can have right now at this point with like-minded people, with Bitcoiners, the better off you're going to be in the future for this kind of stuff. So there's nothing that we can do at this exact moment, but as this channel grows and as we kind of grow as a community here, that is something that I want to do is find a bunch of Bitcoiners across Canada and just start supporting each other. That's the circular economy. That's what we want to do. And if there are financial advisors who are welcoming and embracing Bitcoin, we should be supporting them. If there's businesses who are accepting Bitcoin, we should be supporting them. And if we want to start selling each other Bitcoin, KYC free, we should be able to do that. But we can't do that on our own. That's the difference there. Non-KYC method is second to none. There's no second best to non-KYC. If you buy with Bitcoin, therefore you have tax gains, very annoying. I'm thinking you mean you buy like a product. Anytime you dispose of your Bitcoin, as soon as it leaves your wallet, that is considered to be a disposal. And that's another question that we can maybe talk about quickly here. Yeah. So if you already have KYC, I'm sure the majority of people here, unless you've been, way ahead of the curve, but the majority of people here will have KYC Bitcoin. It's just a reality. I do. And it's too much of it right now. But one thing you could do, there are a couple things, but once you get that Bitcoin off of, say you buy Bitcoin at Bull Bitcoin with KYC, that your KYC account at Bull Bitcoin, you buy some Bitcoin and you have that in a wallet and you want to do a coin join, which essentially means you send your Bitcoin in, they mix it up, they send it back to you with completely different routes. But that Bitcoin that you purchase from Bull Bitcoin will always be attached to your name. So the way to do that is that you could sell that Bitcoin. As I said, as your friends, your family are going to start getting into Bitcoin, you could sell your Bitcoin to them, take that cash and go buy non-KYC Bitcoin with it. For the most part, if you're not doing it to the exact same person every time, that is going to be giving them non-KYC Bitcoin as well, because they could just set up a wallet. The whole thing's pretty confusing and there's so many considerations there, but you should be thinking about this stuff right now and you should be making an effort, a conscious effort to try to get as much non-KYC Bitcoin as you can. So if that means having to offload some of your KYC Bitcoin right now and buying it back a non-KYC route, it might be worth it.